In the online streaming community, doxing, stalking, and harassment are constant threats to talents. And one of the perks of being a VTuber is the anonymity that it brings and the fact that it gives you one extra layer of protection against doxing, swatting, harassment, etc., etc. So in the VTuber community, anonymity is obviously very important for the safety of the talents themselves, and it also helps with the whole idea that the person on screen is an anime character come to life. There's a little bit of suspension of disbelief going on, and that's kind of fun. I dig it. Now, because anonymity is so important, it is very taboo in this community to talk about the content creator's past life, show their real face, disclose their real name, etc., etc., etc. And I think that makes a lot of sense. We're keeping up that mystique and we're keeping up with that anonymity, right? But lately I've seen a conversation sprout up around whether or not it's okay to talk about a VTuber's past life. And there's a little bit of nuance surrounding that, so I kind of wanted to dig into that a little bit more here. So one thing that I've noticed is that VTubers are more and more often opting into showing their real face, such as in the case with Kason. Obviously, the talent chose to reveal that about themselves, so it's obviously okay to talk about it and share those pictures, right? In fact, there's a lot of cases in which I feel like it's better to talk about their past VTuber identity because that actively helps people find their new identity after a rebrand. Case in point, Pikami rebranding as Henya. You want people to know that those two identities are connected so that old fans can get reconnected with their favorite streamer. And I would also like to throw into the pile that if the VTuber identity is connected with another public identity, such as Booby being CDawg VA,
maybe we could switch out for Booby.
You know what?
I can see if it's possible.
It's time to destroy the ecosystem.
Oh, there it is! Here, let me put a chroma key on you. Okay, now no one will confuse Connor and Booby or ever think that they're the same person.
Yeah, I don't know why they would.
It really doesn't threaten their safety either, as their name and face are already public. People already know his name, his face. He does a podcast with his friends.
There's no reason to go to Wales, Jerry.
I want to go to that fucking lake that has the longest name in the world.
Oh no, that's not a lake, that's a town.
Oh, it's a town.
Yeah, and it's Llanfairpwllgogera is the town name, Jerry.
You could have completely, honestly, you could have completely made that up and I'd be like, yes.
Is that
yes,
true?
That
Did
is
I
right.
do it correct?
Yeah.
There's a lot about him that we know that he chose to disclose. So connecting him to Booby is really no security concern at all. And it's for that very reason that I would argue that connecting Mori Calliope to Karen from Demon Dice also doesn't count as doxing because, again, Karen's other identity is very public.
Woo, baby! That's what we've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo! Woo, baby! Woo! All right, yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about. That's what we've been waiting for. Woo!
She wants to actively promote her alter ego. The fame of Mori Calliope being funneled into Karen from Demon Dice actively helps her promote her own independent music, which she actually gets a larger revenue share because she's not splitting the profits with Hololive. So again, that's another case of knowing their alter ego being a positive thing. In fact, I would argue the only time it's an issue is when the VTuber hasn't chosen to reveal their name and face, but then their name and face got leaked. And the reason this is an issue is because we didn't have their consent to access that information. Now, you may remember a controversy with Depressed Nusagi, as he was accused of doxing Amelia Watson, even if he did show her real name and face, which I still maintain is not the right move for a talent that has not publicly disclosed that themselves. It's hard to be mad at him for that with how flippant basically everybody else has been about past life stuff. Now, Now, everything I've just disclosed has basically been my own personal policy from the very beginning, with only a few exceptions where I've been cagey about revealing the new identity of a re-debuted VTuber. But from this point forward, that's how I'm going to operate my channel. I'm going to be fully open, talking about the other public personas of a VTuber.
Hey Randon, I was just talking with Honeydew and we're wondering who is the oldest in our green skin community. I think it's between you and me. Nordork, I am 35.
Do you know the meme that the thumbnail is referencing? That's an ancient meme. That's an Eldritch meme. That's a meme that I saw when I was in college.
Now, it might seem strange for this take to be coming from me specifically, as I have multiple times said that my privacy is very important to me and that I do not want my real name and face getting out there for personal reasons. But, like I said, this all comes down to the consent of the content creator and whether or not their other identity is already public. And as for me, my other identity is not public, and I would very much like it to stay that way, which is why I have actually completely deleted all of my social media not related to being a VTuber to make it at least that little bit harder to get doxxed should someone have the motive to do so. But aside from that, those are my thoughts on the matter, and I'm anxious to hear what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Bye guys.